Hi, everyone. Welcome to Writing Stories with L.M. Spilsbury. And,
I'm Kimberley D. Tait.
and between us, we're better known as Louise and Kim. We've been friends for a very long time. We first met at a writing course, back in the late 80s, I think it was. And
Yes, we were very young.
we were very young. And we were writing then, and wow, we're still writing now, all these many years later. And we thought that we would record some chats to give you an idea of what our journey's been like and what it's like to be older writers and yet to be new to the business. I still remember the first day, or it was one of the days that we were going to the course, and they were so important to me. I know that they were important to you, Kim, because that's where our friendship struck up. And this one night, I remember it was pea soup fog. I could barely see in front of the car, and it actually occurred to me that maybe I should turn around and come home, but I was too afraid to stop because I thought if I stop, somebody's going to rear end me for sure, and I kept going. And then when I got there, I think that might have been the week that you didn't make it.
Yes, it might have been,
But you,
I had good reason.
But you had a different reason for not being there.
Yes.
Why don't you tell us about that?
Oh, well, it's a bit of a long story, but my mother had a cat, and his name was Linus, and my mother was moving, and she wasn't allowed to take the cat with her, so I, in my infinite wisdom, decided that he probably would make a really nice barn cat. So I was working with horses at the time, standardbreds, and I was working on a farm, and it was a lovely farm with heated tap rooms, and it was really a lovely farm for a barn cat. And anyway, so I brought him to the barn, and he promptly ran away.
Oh, no.
And yes, he ran away. I looked everywhere for him, and I couldn't find him. But anyways, I subsequently stopped working at the barn and went on to other things. I never forgot about the cat, and, it broke my heart that he decided to run away. But anyways, it does have a happy ending. So months and months and months went by, and I started taking this course, and the barn was up around the area, so I was still owed some money. So I decided to stop in at the barn to see if I could get paid, which of course I never did. But I was standing there talking to one of the barn help, one of the girls, and I heard this tiny little cry at my feet, and I looked down, and there was Linus.
Oh.
Yes, he must have heard my voice, and, divine intervention, like I wasn't planning on going to the barn that day. But anyways, he was he had many stories to tell, and he was skin and bones, and the poor guy, he must have had a really rough journey, but I found him, and I scooped him up, and I thought, well, now I have this cat that I have to take home to my mother, and so I couldn't go to the writing course because he would have had to spend hours in the car by himself. So I drove him home, and my mother, of course, had no idea. She knew that he was missing and presumed dead.
Oh,
no. So she had no idea. Of course, that was back before we had cell phones. And so I walked into the apartment and I plonked the cat down, and my mother was in the bathtub. and she took one look at this cat, and I said, "It's Linus." So she came up out of the bathtub like swan. And she comes running down the hall, dripping and soaking wet and crying. And oh my God, we can laugh about it now. But so, yes, I didn't make it to the writing course that day.
Yeah.
But I did try anyways. But yeah, so that was one of the days I didn't make it to the writing course. But that writing course, I think that was kind of the catalyst that propelled my writing career, because the woman who was organizing the course, her name was Jill, and she was the one who taught me how to show and not tell. And until I learned how to show and not tell, I don't think my writing would have gone anywhere. So I really credit her for helping me, push myself and to really start to learn the craft. And plus, I met you, and we've been friends ever since. And yeah, so that was how my professional writing career began. So
I know
all
sometimes
because
all because of Jill and because of Linus. Well,
yes,
I think that we'll take some time in one of our future podcasts or episodes to talk about showing and not telling. But
yes,
I guess today we'll wrap up. I'll just say that part of the reason that we decided that we were going to do this was because writing is a very lonely journey. You sit in front of a computer, or it used to be a typewriter, all by yourself, and you try to create something, and you don't really know if it's any good until you have a readership. And it is a lonely journey, so we thought that other people who are sitting by themselves in front of a computer might listen to our stories. We selected the title Writing Stories, partly because it's about how to write stories, and it's also about stories about writing and about our writing journey. So other people might take heart from these. Certainly we have a few funny stories and some not so funny. So tune in for future episodes.
yes. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button.
That's
the like and subscribe button.
exactly. So that's it for today. We'll see you again soon. Bye, everyone.